So happy you could join me on this beautiful day. Hope it's a beautiful day wherever you're at. I'd like to start out by thanking all my viewers and subscribers that maybe painted along with me or just viewed my paintings. I really do appreciate it, and I like the comments, and I always try to get back with you as soon as I can. I think today we're going to put a pier. I don't know, I did one. A beach, some blue sand, almost like a white sand. What I did was I spray painted this with your local hardware spray paint. That's what I've been doing lately. You get a different effect and a different look. I think it's a more real. Different colors. Put a painter's tape line for the horizon. Then I covered the whole thing with a thin coat of liquid clear, which is going to help the oils go on a lot smoother, make it a lot easier for us. So any colors and any information you'll need to paint along with me will come across the screen right about here. So like I said, it's a 16 by 20 pre-stretched canvas. That's what I've been using lately. It's already loaded up with liquid clear, and maybe we'll come into some fan brush, maybe some liquid white. Maybe put a few clouds in, not too many today, I don't think. Circular motions. Maybe that's one big cloud. Come all the way down. Maybe we've got something happening here. Just tapping this in, filling it in. Now we'll come into the blender brush that I like using. We use just the corner of it and just tap this. I want to leave that edge alone because that's what you want. In the sky you'll see that sharp edge on the clouds. I'm just tapping this in. Diffusing it. Come into some more white. Maybe we could have another layer right in front here. Darker. Darker layer. Right in front. Blender brush. Tapping it. Leaving that sharp edge. More white. Just like that. Blends right in all the way down to the horizon. I think I want to make that cloud bigger. Fill this in. Add some more white. A big cloud. Now you get a big cloud and blend it all the way down. Now let's find a brush. For the right brush. That would be good to put our seagulls in. blacks, some whites. Midnight black. Touch of liquid clear. Load it right up. Just like that, just on this little brush here. Maybe we'll have a seagull coming right in here. We do now. Maybe we'll have one here. Coming in that way. Just like that. Off in the distance. I'm going to do some whites now. Highlight it with some white, I think. More white happening, I think. Got that going on. Add a little tip of black, little bit of black on the edges where they have it, usually on the tips of the wings. Maybe where their beak's at or their bill. Right underneath. Looking pretty good. Okay, we've got that happening. Now we'll come in and we'll do some water, get some water lines going. Liquid white, little roll of paint. And we'll just come in and we'll tap here and there. Get that look. Maybe it's a little lighter back here. closer to the light. Gets more distant. I want to leave gaps in between. Makes it look like there's waves. Off in the distance. I like that look, just like that. Sometimes normally I'll take a blender brush and slightly go across it. But I think that sharpness that I'm looking for is there. Got that illusion of distant waves. Maybe there's just a few back here. Can't make them out. Gets too far in the distance. All I'm doing is tapping it. Just barely. Stepping back, seeing how your water lines look. If they're what you're looking for. I'm going to take the chiseled edge, it's a smaller edge there. Get some smaller waves in here. Just going right across. More paint. I'm going to start bringing the shore in right here. Coming in at an angle, I think. So starting from right here. Just scraping it in. All the way towards you. All the way down. Maybe to where it gets real foamy there. Just pulling across. Maybe we could have another one back here. got some things happening back here too, behind the waves. Think you put too much on, just keep going over it. You can kind of take it away. Okay, got that happening. I come into the fan brush with the liquid white on it. Pretty dry. I'm going to pull back on this back wave. Right from that edge. All the way back. Same thing on the other one. All the way back, just below the second wave. So you give me that depth. Maybe it gets all foamy there. Gives you those layers. The waves are coming in. More liquid white. I want to highlight that more. Just like that. Highlight it more and pull it back. Got some foamy stuff happening, and we'll come back and we'll get that going. Tapping some waves in the front. Using just a little brush, filling it right up on the edge. We'll come in here and tap some of this here. Maybe where it looks like it's turned over. Kind of gives you that look. Just by tapping this. Just here and there, just wherever you think. Right where you want that break to be. It's exactly where it should be. Make some lines back here. Off in the distance. Kind of rough coming in. Now we'll take some white here. Oh, maybe a little bit of this color. Get with the sky. Reflection. A little bit of a reflection here. Not too much. Take the blender brush. Let it come in and pull down. And go across. Give it a little bit of the, I'm going to clean the fan brush off. Go into just some white. I think right in here it can be whiter. Maybe right here we can have it pull down. Here and there. Different spots. Because it doesn't always look the same. Got that kind of a look. That glisten here and there. I like that, just like that. Now we'll come into some sandy beaches, and with that I'm going to load up some phthalo blue. We'll start out with some blues, a little bit darker blues. I think I'm going to make this beach more lower. Maybe this could be a peninsula out here. Have something happening there. There. Load up some white, a little bit of blue. Just a tint. Just a tint of the blue. I'm going to blend all this in a minute and start blending. Maybe down here it's darker, closer to you. And we'll just use the blender brush and get all the looks that we're looking for. Just tap it. tapping it, blending it. Until you get the blues and the whites that you're looking for. I think I'm going to go into more, a little bit of a darker blue here. Maybe a darker blue back here. Scrubbing it in, we'll come back and use the blender brush. We'll use the blender brush and then we'll... Right now I'm just trying to get some looks of shadows. Now, come back into the blender brush, blend it all. Some of that purpley sandy look going. Got some purples in there. I think what I want to see is a little darker down here. Darker in here. Darker over here. Back into the blender brush. Blend that in. Darker yet. Darker yet. Now I'll clean the brush off, fan brush. I'm going to come in with some liquid white. Kind of highlight where we might want. Maybe where some of it's popping from. Who knows, here and there. Go into the blender brush. Wipe off a lot of that blues that was on there. Because we want to get the whites. We want the whites to pop now. Tapping it. More whites. Here and there. Wipe it off again, the blender brush. I want that sharp white. Just tapping it down, pulling it, just kind of tapping it back as you go. Really getting a pop. Really getting that sharpness. And kind of blend it back from that point. Wherever you start tapping it, just blend it back. Got all kinds of things happening. Put some more white in here, I think. Have it come down. A little bit brighter white there, I think. All the way up. Maybe it goes all the way up the hill. Maybe where this is getting more of the light, that's why it's lighter up there. It's hitting that peak. Okay. I think that's it of that, and we'll start putting in some bushes. I'm going to take the brush we used with the liquid clear on at the very start. It's a 2-inch brush. Just like that. I'm loading it up with liquid clear now. I'm going to get into some greens. Browns. Pulling it in one direction. Get all kinds of browns and greens happening right on the brush. Want that rounded edge right there. You're going to come in and we're just going to tap up to get some bushes. Just get some bush. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a lighthouse over there. So we'll start over here. Maybe we'll have some palm trees. Over on this side. Some sandy, grassy areas, who knows. Maybe we've got something going on right here. can have something back here. It's kind of going off. Okay, we got that going on. I'm going to set this down. And we'll come into Lighthouse. Load this brush up here with some liquid white. Liquid white, both sides, just like that. And we'll come in and we'll make a lighthouse. All the way down. One side, the other side. get some grays. All the way up. And we'll pull it. Pull it for the shadows. All the way across. Pull it across this way. Darker gray down here at the bottom. Now we'll put in some windows with some grays. Maybe there's one here. And one here. Then we'll do some the sky, the light. We'll do the light. the lighthouse. Now we're going to some reds for the roof, up on the roof. Load it up with a little brush. Let's make the roof. A lot of those. They have the red roofs on them. Now we'll come in to some grays. Darker grays. Get a little roll of paint right on the edge. There, we're going to come up here and we're going to tap in the antenna. Just like that. Tap in some railings. Just like that. Tap in some just like that. We'll leave that overhang. Bit of white on there. We can blend that in. That can go back. Come back into the brush with the bushes and set this right back in. Set the lighthouse right in there. Like that. Now we'll come into some browns, maybe some yellows, different shades of yellows and browns. Little roll of paint. I'm going to come in and scrape in some twigs and like that. Pull in. there. And then the smaller edge there. Pull them up. It goes in front of the lighthouse. Just using this little scraper. You get all kinds of twigs and twigs and all kinds of things. I'm going to go into some lighter colors. Maybe some yellows. Maybe. Got a different idea. Some blues. Lighter blues. Take that little chiseled edge there and come in and highlight some blues in here. Some whites too. Might be little lights hitting it. Still just using that edge. I see some down here. Down in front. Looks pretty good to me. Now we'll come into the blender brush and blend some of this back. Go into this blender brush or this fan brush, wipe it off, come into some of the smaller areas here. Where we can blend this in. That going on. Okay, we got that going on, and it looks like that's a completed painting. So, I'm going to take this little brush here, go into some blues. And sign my name. Well, let's see. That brush is a little bit too big. Let me just blend that in. I like signing mine with my last name. Some people use their initials. whatever you'd like. And I always put the year that it was painted, so you can see your progression and where you're at, what kind of ideas you had at that moment in time. I hope you enjoyed this one. And I hope you come back and paint with me again real soon. Bye.